You spent 6 hours designing product mockups. You posted them to Etsy. You made $11 in the first month. That wasn't a marketing problem. That wasn't a niche problem. That was a quality problem, and the wrong AI tool made it worse, not better. Welcome back to Venture Void. If you're new here, this channel is built for solo founders and small business owners who want to use AI and automation to build real income streams without burning out or hiring a team. Today we're going deep on something I actually tested myself over 30 days, using Midjourney, Canva AI, and Adobe Firefly to build and launch a passive income digital product shop from scratch. Not a hypothetical, not a sponsored walkthrough. I ran all three tools through a real workflow, generating artwork, creating product mockups, designing printables, and listing them on Etsy and Gumroad. I tracked the time spent, dollars earned, and where each tool completely fell apart. Let's get into it. Here's the problem. Most people don't talk about the digital product space on Etsy is growing fast. Over 7.5 million sellers now, and categories like wall art, planners, and printable bundles generate anywhere from $300 to $12,000 a month for serious sellers. But 90% of beginners fail in the first 60 days, not because they picked the wrong niche, but because their products look cheap. Customers scrolling through Etsy can feel quality in a thumbnail. They make a buying decision in under 2 seconds. If your art looks like a stock template from 2014, it doesn't matter that it costs $4. They won't click. I made this mistake myself before I systematically tested all three tools against each other. So I set up one clear experiment. Same niche across all three, dark botanical wall art, which consistently sells between $8 and $22 per digital download on Etsy, with top sellers moving 200 to 400 units per month in this category. That's a real ceiling of around $4,000 to $8,000 monthly for a single shop if the product quality holds up. I created 10 pieces with each tool, formatted them as 300 DPI printable JPEGs at 24 by 36 inches, wrote identical listings, and tracked everything. Let's start with Midjourney, because this is where the results got genuinely interesting. Midjourney runs through Discord. You pay $15 a month for the basic plan or $30 for standard, which gives you 15 hours of fast GPU time. I started with a simple prompt: dark moody botanical illustration, tropical leaves, ink wash style, high contrast, printable wall art. Within 40 seconds I had 4 stunning options, and I mean that, the kind of quality you'd see in a boutique home goods store. The level of detail in the leaves, the tonal depth, the compositional balance, none of it required any design skill from me. I refined the best image using Midjourney's variation and upscale features, ran it through Upscale, a free desktop app, to push it to a true 300 DPI print-ready file, and the whole process from prompt to finished file took about 22 minutes per piece. Here's where Midjourney earns its reputation. The aesthetic ceiling is genuinely higher than any other tool I tested. If you're selling premium wall art prints, or anything where visual style is the product itself, Midjourney produces work that can compete with real illustrators. Not match them, but compete. My Midjourney generated shop made $64 in its first 14 days, with 2 pieces accounting for most of that. One dark fern illustration sold 11 copies at $5 each. That alone covered 2 months of Midjourney subscription. But here's the catch with Midjourney, and it's a real one. The commercial licensing situation is murky, unless you're on the $60 per month Pro plan. On basic and standard tiers, Midjourney's terms of service include a clause that gives them a license to use your outputs, and there's ongoing legal debate around AI-generated work on platforms like Etsy. Some sellers have had their shops flagged, some haven't. If you want to build a serious shop with real volume, the ambiguity is a business risk you need to price in. Literally. Budget for the $60 plan if you're treating this as a real income stream. Now, Canva AI. Canva's AI image generation is called text to image, and it's built directly into the platform you're probably already paying for. Canva Pro runs about $15 a month, or around $170 annually. The pitch here is seamless workflow. Generate an image, drop it into a mockup template, add your shop name, export. I get it. But here's the reality. Canva's AI image quality is noticeably below Midjourney. The botanical pieces I generated felt generic. Not terrible, but not distinctive. When I put them next to Midjourney outputs in a blind review with 3 people who regularly buy digital art, all 3 picked Midjourney every time. More importantly, the texture detail that makes botanical art feel premium. The grain, the ink variation, was flat in Canva's outputs. Where Canva genuinely wins is everything around the image. If you're building a digital product shop that sells planners, budget templates, social media kits, or printable journals, Canva AI is exceptional. The template library is enormous, the text handling is clean, and you can go from concept to sellable product in under an hour. I used Canva to build a 10-page mindfulness journal template, not AI-generated images, but AI-assisted layout and design. And that product sold 38 copies at $7 each in 2 weeks on Gumroad. That's $266 for a single afternoon of work. Canva's real value is speed at the product build layer, not the art generation layer. Adobe Firefly is the most misunderstood of the three. It's built into Adobe Creative Cloud, which most serious designers already pay for. Roughly $55 a month for the full suite, or $22 for just Photoshop, which includes Firefly Access. Firefly's biggest differentiator is one word: legality. Adobe explicitly trained Firefly only on licensed Adobe stock content, public domain work, and Creative Commons imagery. That means every single output is commercially safe, documented, and defensible. For a digital product business, that matters more than people realize. If Etsy or Gumroad ever tightens their AI content policies, and there are signals that's coming, Firefly users are protected in ways that Midjourney users may not be. The quality sits between Midjourney and Canva. My Firefly botanical prints looked polished and professional, but they didn't have the raw artistic energy of Midjourney's best outputs. What Firefly does brilliantly is compositing. You can generate a background, drop your own elements in, use generative fill to extend an image seamlessly, and produce mockups that look like professional photography. I use this to build product preview images for my Etsy listings, the kind where you see a frame print hanging in a dark-walled living room. And my click-through rate on those listings was noticeably higher than the listings using plain flat exports. One product with a Firefly-generated lifestyle mockup sold 41 times in its first 3 weeks. Same product with a plain white background mockup sold 9 times. Same price, same title, same tags. The mockup was the variable. So here's how I'd structure this. If you're starting today with a budget under $100, spend $30 on Midjourney Standard, use it to generate your core art. Aim for 15 to 20 hero pieces that have a clear visual identity. Spend $15 on Canva Pro and use it to build supporting products, planners, templates, bundles that complement your art and raise your average order value. Use Adobe Firefly's generative fill inside Photoshop to build your lifestyle mockups and listing photos, the images that actually convert browsers into buyers. List on both Etsy and Gumroad. Price your individual prints between $5 and $12 and build a bundle of 5 to 10 pieces for $20 to $35. Bundles dramatically increase your revenue per customer and improve your Etsy search ranking because of higher sale values. The passive income part only becomes real around month 2 or 3, after you've built enough inventory and collected enough reviews to trigger Etsy's algorithm. Before that, it's active income disguised as passive. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, but if you stay consistent and you use the right tool for the right job, Midjourney for art quality, Canva for product structure, Firefly for commercial safety and presentation, you have a real shot at $300 to $500 a month by month 3, scaling toward $1,000 to $2,000 by month 6 if you treat it like a business and not a hobby. If this breakdown saved you time, money, or a headache you didn't know was coming, the only thing I'll ask is that you subscribe to Venture Void. Every week, this channel goes deep on tools, strategies, and real tests so you're not guessing. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.